I'm gonna rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Car on the wrist. All in the wrist. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. I'm gonna rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't. I mean, now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Connect. 180. 54 Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Switch. Hey, quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to hope that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Connect. 180. Mike. Hey, alert. Nice. Sweet up. Hey, box drop. Mike's by 4.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffith. That one covers 29 yards, first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Big. Alert.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Rosen. Throws right side, and that's complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Check 24. Alert.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Rosen to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Check Mike 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball. 80. Right there, 54.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4. Hey, exit. What we got?
Again, it's Rosen. Now he's forced out right. This throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, alert. Hey, Echo. Check Mike 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Right there. 54. Right there. Monday.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
61, match box, lights.
First down, 49ers.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 52. Check 32.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
70, Indy. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Yep. Get him. You got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with a big man. This is Adams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they try the right side here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check it back.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now a handoff looking right. Pushing through the contact. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
8 read. Hey, watch the slant. Get it.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
60 yards. 6-6. Pull it high. Slow. No. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 37. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. 54 Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Watch the pass. Under 10. Hey, quarter.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also,
and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
We got this. Down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
218, chop. Let's go. Let's snap.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffith. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Play action here with Rosen. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Rosen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Alert!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Rosen now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And some room to roll now. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. A 5-point game now, as here comes the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
5. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Orbit. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He'll let this go for the... And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catchers, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Now Adams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Turn 2 stop. 54. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball. Get it.
Back to throw here. Got his man. That's Harry. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
94.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
And to give this time to the tailback. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward. And
he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Josh Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rosen will throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Rosen now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Monday. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Bravo. 54. Check the outs. Check the outs. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Monday. Rabbit. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Rosen firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
That's the way. Shift! Watch the shift!
Greystone, travel. Alert, alert, alert. Hey, exit.
On third down, Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A big play there for the Niners. 61 yards that time on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, this is Adams. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his second touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, echo.
54, right there. 54.
Here's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. A third down gain of 19. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Reedy looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We ain't giving up nothing with that.
Right,
Hey, Zoo.
right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go, here we go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the slant.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long time.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hug.
Now Rosen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Ballage. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
54. And then on the
Bring it. Deuce, deuce.
80.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Me and you. It's just me and you.
80.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Alert flare.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Slam.
Rosen off the play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Middle. Alert.
54.
Go.
Check.
What do you got?
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Griffith. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Monday.
On play action, Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Hey, Charlie.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 38, Eagles 31.
So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now Balaj. First down San Francisco. The pickup 14 yards.
A gain of 14. First down, 49ers.
HE Gator.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now watch one. Watch one.
Ready?
They run it with Balazs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get the ball. Check. Go.
They'll run here with Balazs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter, but a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there, but in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored